Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing very well. Today for something a bit different. As you may have noticed over the last, well, quite a long time, 20 months or so, I've been struggling doing recording. My voice has been drying up and packing up, and it's just getting increasingly difficult to do the aircraft videos and stuff. So I've been investigating health. I've been through a few health departments trying to find out what's wrong with me, and the doctors found a few, moderately minor things which they're correcting, but overall they've decided that the main problem is me just exhaustion, worn out, poor mental health, that kind of thing. It's just all slipped down and it's taking its toll now, as it were. So they've suggested the best thing I can do is to do something that sort of makes me happy again. So I'm taking a day every week, and I've started to do some car work again, which is, I've had a business doing car work for 5 years a while ago, and I really enjoyed it. I had to stop because I've got cancer, and it is what it is. And so I'm starting up just a bit of part-time and seeing if it helps. I've rented a space in a friend's unit, which you can see here, which is really cool, and I've got my first car on, which is my Mazda. It's just been sitting in my drive. It's not worth anything, so I didn't bother selling it, even though the wife wanted me to. And I thought, great, a chance to get my teeth into some rusty bits again and just have a bit of fun. It's something I really enjoy. Hopefully if it pans out well, then mental health starts getting better again and everything just starts slotting in place. That's the idea. So we'll see how it goes. So I figured what I would do first of all is an underside restoration. There's no sort of monetary reason to do it. As I said, the car's not worth anything, so it's not going to help. It's just a hobby interest thing, something I like doing. So the first thing, or the first stage, is going to be an inspection and a first stage strip down, which means taking all of the bits off the bottom of the car. It's an old car, obviously. It's 1998, so that's 26 years. It's got old, it's got grubby. It doesn't need a restoration per se, but I just like to do it. So wheels come off, all the suspension gubbins is going to come off. Everything that's not part of the monocoque underneath is going to come off. The drivetrain to the end of the gearbox will stay in. There's no point of taking the engine in the gearbox out, not really. I don't think I need to. And then just clean everything up, get everything painted, get everything all the bits sandblasted, not sprayed, what's the word? I've forgotten the word, when you cook it in an oven. Powder coated, there you go, because it's much stronger than spraying. So let me get my torch and we'll have a quick inspection. I've literally just put it on the ramp, so as you know, I don't like scripting these things. We'll just see what it's like. So from the back to the front, I forgot my underlights, frustratingly, so the lights isn't very good here, but we'll do the best we can. Right, so suspension arms and rear frame. These cars have a rear frame and a front frame that are bolted to the monocoque. It's just the cheapest way of manufacturing a car. Rusty, as you can see, as you would expect for 26 years. This is just mild steel, whereas the monocoque is galvanized steel. So this is designed to remove rust, not rust very well, whereas this mild steel just rusts very quickly. That said, it's not in bad condition. In fact, I would say it's in very good condition for a 26-year-old car. I've seen lots of cars, obviously. And this stuff, it looks mainly just surface rust. When steel rusts, it kind of rusts in layers. It peels off in layers. And this stuff tends to be quite thick, 3 or 4 mil thick, so it will probably be okay. We won't know until we get it all off and apart and start smacking it with a hammer and checking how strong it is. Even if it wasn't okay, it's a mass-produced car. It will be relatively easy to source parts relatively cheaply. It's a useful thing about a car like this. In terms of the rear monocoque, looks brilliant. I'm happy already. I'm happy and sad because I want to do a lot of work on this to keep me busy. But I'm happy because it's my car, and obviously I don't want it to be dead. So the monocoque is looking pretty good under here. In the arches, it's looking pretty good. Pretty good. Some surface rust on the monocoque, but nothing too bad. I think we can get stuck in there. Rear drive train, all of this, that's cast iron, that there, so that will be pretty easy to do. That's mild steel there. That'll be pretty easy to do, no problems. Handbrake, e-brake lines are fine. This is just mild steel, that won't be a problem. Exhaust, rusty as hell, but exhausts are consumables. They're designed to rust away anyway, or designed to be replaced. So I'll probably probably get a new exhaust. Again, it won't be very expensive on a car like this, so you can just throw them away and get a new one. Brake lines, very important. Look really good, actually. I'm sorry, I'm not sure where I'm pointing the camera here. There's nothing bad there. I've seen a lot worse brake lines than that. Going into here, main brake lines down the body look brilliant. Look at that. One thing I wanted to do was replace, you've got fuel line there, brake line there, brake line there. One thing I wanted to do is replace the fuel lines. Sorry, no, that's brake line, fuel line, air fuel line. I wanted to replace them. Maybe I'll do it just as a hobby, even though they don't need replacing. Monocoque out here. Monocoque is made by spot welding, just a series of panels together. Looks amazing, to be honest. Got some bits in there that I need to tackle, but it's one of the probably the cleanest car I've ever had, and it's the oldest car I've ever had as well, I think. No, it's not. It's not quite the oldest. The Nissan was the oldest, but all round pretty good. Again, exhaust, it's okay. It's not too bad. Monocoque's great. You can see where you see this kind of black paint here, that's where I've done it before. A few years ago I had a bit of a minor restoration just laying on my back, so I'll take it all off again, take it back to bare metal anyway, just for the experience. So all round so good. Seals are always important. I've actually already done them, so you can see here, I made a video about it a few years ago, got it on YouTube. All round here, rusted away. It's a design fault of this Mx-5. This fills up with water and it can't get out. So all that is new. I've welded on myself, and it's held pretty well. It's not the best job in the world. You can see some lines there, but it doesn't really matter, you know. As I said, the car's not worth anything. This one was already done, I think, when I got it. It's not as good as my side. You can see some weld there, but again, it really doesn't matter. It's solid, so it's good enough. Oops, some overspray there when I was spraying something. Whoopsie. Front suspension, brakes. You can refurb the brakes yourself, and I've done it before. But sometimes it's just best to send it to a professional when it comes to brakes. So maybe I'll take them off, inspect them, and maybe I'll send them away to a professional. We'll see. Suspension's fine, really good condition. A double wishbone front. What was the back, by the way? Double wishbone back. No, what is that? Bottom wishbone. Yeah, that counts as a wishbone. It's double wishbone back and front. That's not bad for a cheap little car like this. Hubs, probably fine. They're just solid cast iron, solid steel, so they're thick. Front frame. Oh, there's a big old front frame on this car. Look at that. Rusty, but fine. Front of monocoque looks fine. Transmission looks fine. Small oil leak there from somewhere. That's inevitable for an old car, so just don't worry about it. Wishbones up here. Arches are important. Arches are all fine all round, which is great. I think I've treated them already. Moving to the front, nothing to see here. It's all just plastic, empty engine bay. Just the usual stuff. Yeah, okay. So that's my first inspection, and pretty happy with it, to be honest. So start the strip down and report back when we've done that. Welcome back, viewers. That's the end of day one. I did about, I don't know, 5 hours, something like that. It's not quite gone to plan. I mean, everything's worked. It's just taken an awful lot longer than I thought it was going to take. I guess just got a lot slower since I've been doing it. This is what I got off so far. The exhaust obviously just comes straight off. Anti-roll bar at the back. The rear wishbone assemblies are off. Drive shafts are off. Brake calipers are off. Brake discs are off. And some little supporting bits. One bit where I've got stuck. That bolt there that goes through there and comes out there has got properly seized in the hub knuckle here, and I just cannot get it out at all. So this assembly is stuck together basically until I find some way of separating them apart, which I'll need to do. So don't know, I've got to figure that out. Same the other side. Crappy design. I've never seen a design like that. So in fact, there's a lot of weird stuff about this car, I've noticed. But there you go. Rear drivetrain is off, so this is the differential. Again, weird one. So it's the slip yoke going in there, which I guess is kind of normal, but the whole drive shaft, so the drive shaft has the slip yoke on both sides, which I've never seen that before either. Usually it's separated there. So you have to basically take, you know, I don't know, it's just something I haven't seen before. The oil seals are very exposed, and I've actually damaged one on this side, which is really annoying. Again, I just haven't tackled a car like this before, so I'll have to get a new oil seal there. Otherwise the diff is fine. It's got this weird assembly that I've never seen before. It attaches to the diff there, there's a swine to get off, and attaches to the gearbox there, rather than the diff having a mount here and the gearbox having a mount here. So this thing is what keeps all the drivetrain together. Again, very weird, never seen that before. So that's the first time. I haven't managed to get the prop shaft off the differential yet. I managed to get one bolt off, but all the others are just too stiff. You can't get a spanner on there because it's, you know, there is no room for a spanner. You can't get a socket on there. I don't know how I'm going to get that apart. So that's a challenge we've got to find. And there must be maybe a special tool or something for it, I don't know. So I've got to figure that out. That's that. Regards rest of the car. All pretty standard for a rear-wheel drive car, nothing of note really. I got stuck here, taking these bolts off, so the thread that keeps the rear subframe assembly on, you get one in each corner, one there, there, there and there. That's normal for a Japanese car. And they've just got two, unfortunately they've just got two rotten, the threads have got two rotten, and I can't get these nuts off. I can get them to the point where I feel they're just about to snap, so that's an M12 thread there. I've done so many of these in the past, hundreds of them, and I've got a feeling I know when they're about to snap, and these are about to snap. So I was speaking to Tony here. What we're going to need to do is re-thread these basically. So put the thread back on them because they've just rusted and the thread's just mashed up. And then you should be able to unscrew them. Hopefully that and a bunch of heat and fingers crossed to be able to get them off. So I need, because there's no room there, I need to find a special tool for that, which should be interesting. That's that. Haven't done anything on the front yet, so nothing of interest there yet. Although, yeah, a bit weird. The gearbox, because there's no mount. Every car I've worked on before, the rear of the gearbox is mounted to the car. Here it's not, it just floats. So I've had to just bodge this for now, which is holding the gearbox in. When I remove this frame here, the front, which I've got to do obviously, the whole gearbox is going to fall down, just fall off, rip the engine out with it. So I'll have to, I don't know what I'm going to do, figure something out. Maybe just put a big bit of metal here, big bit of wood, just propping it up for the time being. Maybe, don't know yet. And that's it. Just wonder if there's anything else of interest. Not really. Day 2 I'll do next week, and we'll just get that rear subframe off, hopefully, get the rear shocks off and start on the front. Again, it's gone twice as slow as I hoped it had gone, but I'm getting old and I'm weak nowadays, and it is what it is. I will see you later.